Hello, everyone. This is Dragon Ikari. Bear with me here. I apologize. Okay. Off to a great start here. Anyway, hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're here for the first time on both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. We're going to try multi-streaming on both platforms for a while and see how things go. I don't know very much about YouTube's streaming platform compared to Twitch's, so it might take me a little bit of time to get used to everything. So I do apologize if there are any hiccups or any other issues as we work our way through this, or if I'm not used to looking at multiple chats simultaneously. It might take me a little bit of time to get used to that process, so bear with me here. Anyway, we're going to start our Halloween events this year with the Hex, a game brought to us by Daniel Mullen Games. We've actually covered a couple of their games before in past years, specifically Pony Island and Inscription. Two games that we played quite extensively, actually. And they are technically part of the same in-game universe, basically. As well as this third game we're going to play today, the Hex, is the one that was released in between these two. As they are a shared universe, the games kind of have, all the games in the series kind of focus heavily on almost haunted gaming creepypasta elements. For those unfamiliar, that's a genre of creepypasta that usually involves some form of haunted game or a game being alive or, something to that regard is usually the gist of it most of the time. But Daniel Mullen's games focus pretty heavily on meta commentary and other things related to how we interact with games themselves, and so on and so forth. Before we venture back in, let's briefly cover both Pony Island and Inscription just to kind of reacquaint ourselves with everything in this world before we jump into this next one. So in Pony Island, we are a soul at the mercy of Lucifer, as seen on the right here, on the left image there. And with the help of an entity known as Hopeless Soul, we basically hack our way through this game that Satan has created in order to free ourselves and the other souls that are trapped in this game world, so to speak. We are eventually successful in overcoming the demon programs and freeing all the souls that were confined to this game. And supposedly, Satan was supposedly destroyed along with the rest of the program, supposedly. In Inscription, Pony Island's pretty simple to cover, that's why there isn't much to say there, but Inscription is a little bit more complicated. Inscription covered the exploits of a Luke Carter, a YouTube-like personality mostly involved with, like card game TCG YouTubers, like those commonly seen in the Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon card game communities, etc., who stumbles upon a game called Inscription, and in a pack he receives some coordinates that he digs up a floppy disk containing the game Inscription. As we play through Inscription, we get access to videos from Luke Carter's point of view, as if he were recording for a YouTube channel or anything like that. And we begin to learn Inscription is strange. The game keeps changing shape and form and doing things that were not really possible for the age and time frame of the game would have been released in, which would have been like a DOS game or something to that regards. But there's a lot of 3D modeling and things that don't make a lot of sense for the game. As we go along through Inscription, we learn of the old data that you kind of see up here in the upper right here. And this old data seems to be capable of rewriting and bringing aspects of the game, making it almost real and allowing things to happen which would normally be physically impossible for a computer to generate. On top of that, Lost my train of thought there for a moment. We learned about the game's creator, Game Fuchsia. Game Fuchsia appears to be similar to how Pony Island was created. Game Fuchsia seems to be a basically a game company, a pretty bad reputation, known for poor porting jobs of particular games they obtain and things of that nature. Similar to how Pony Island was kind of a buggy mess throughout the entire the game itself. In Game Fuchsia, originally Luke Carter basically was reaching out to Game Fuchsia to try to explain what's going on with this copy of this game he obtained. And he starts getting visits from a representative from Game Fuchsia who seems to be asking a lot of questions and is almost stalking him. In the end, we find out that one of the four, I can't remember what they were called. I think scribes was the name they used in the game, but one of the four headmasters of the game, card game, was plotting to upload himself outside of the game to the broader internet, though it's ambiguous whether or not he succeeded in the end or not, because Inscryption itself gets deleted in the end, similar to how Pony Island did, when one of the scribes determines that their existence is a bit too dangerous to proceed. And in the end, Luke gets shot and killed by the representative from Game Fuchsia for assuming either to recover the Inscryption game itself, the old data, or some other reason. He's basically killed off and the game more or less ends there. The Hex, on the other hand, fits somewhere in the middle of these two events and connect the two plots together. Based on what I was able to look up just to kind of refresh my memory, Lucifer somehow survived the whole incident with Pony Island and appears to be the one responsible for Game Fuchsia's existence. And what his intentions are and what he's trying to do with using video games as his mechanism for collecting souls is still not very clear. As you can see in the lower right, this Steam review seems to be suggesting that Game Fuchsia was involved long before Inscryption was the disc with Inscryption on it was discovered. So that's where the story is as far as I'm aware of, since I have not played the Hex yet. But we also know that the Hex is not the end of this story, as Daniel has announced Pony Island 2 Panda Circus earlier this year, which will probably continue on the story from where Inscryption likely left off. Now, each of the games in these series don't connect to each other if you don't understand some of the backstory of each game. So it kind of builds up on top. So I kind of expect the Hex to be similar in nature, where it's vaguely connected to things that have appeared in the other two games, but at the same time, it's probably not real noticeable from your first playthrough of the thing. So we're going to try to cover what we can with it in the meantime. As an indie game, Inscryption doesn't the Hex doesn't have a lot of information on it, as it was created by a single publisher. I don't know how big this team is, but I'm guessing it's not very big. But I think that covers most of what we can, because after all, this is still a horror game, so the best way to experience it is just to go in and experience it directly, shall we, though? The only thing I really know about this is it involves like a world of game characters that are all kind of interconnected in some way. Beyond that, I didn't really look any further into it than that. So let's go ahead and switch back over to the main view, and we'll begin tonight here. We only have a few hours tonight, so I'm going to try to make the best use of it, and then we can continue on Saturday, is my plan here. Supposedly, like, around 5 hours long, I think is what it said, so I think we'll be able to finish it this week, not next. Oh, just... In a dark, forgotten corner of the video game universe, a storm is raging. Uh-oh. My phone's ringing. Slow down. You're telling me that one of my patrons is planning to murder you, say, but which one? Hello? Hey. Listen up. I just got a disturbing call. Someone in this room is planning a murder. I mean to get to the bottom of this. You, weasel kid. Come over here. Let's talk. What is it, Gramps? Look, kid. Between you and me, you're the only one I trust here. I want you to talk to a few of these characters. See if someone will fess up. When we meet again, you're looking quiet. We're not supposed to know each other. Oh, right. The name's Lazarus Kid. I'm a space marine. Hey, creep. You're planning a murder? Murder? Sure. So you admit it? Dustbolt Danny. El the Bandit. The old Rat Fang. I'll get him one day. What's your story, man? From a walking simulator or something. Barely textured, dude. And who are you supposed to be? I'm a high-level sorcerer's kid. Watch yourself. You look strong enough to kill someone. What are you up to? Watch your mouth, kid. I'm from a cooking game. I'm no killer. If we can get a gauge on this situation. Mr. Shrewd, what's that doing here? Nothing stands out quite yet. So did anyone say anything? No, man. That was kind of a waste of... I didn't think so. At least you're acquainted now. I want you to make your way upstairs behind the first door on the second floor. There's a very important key up there. Oh, almost forgot to give that old elevator a jump start. Let me just... That should do it. Go get that key. What is that? Things all smudged up in the rain. Something ritual. Jeez. Definitely a murder weapon, but not the key of the barkeeper once. thought he said the second door. I misread. Her for Mrs. Stormblazer. Her for Chief Bryce. Uses that blood. Here's a stupid key. I guess I'll bring it back to the old barkeeper. So far, so quiet. Did get it, didn't I? Did get it, didn't I? Well, I did. Maybe I screwed up. Wasn't there before. Well, that's not good. Super Weasel Kid, the good old days. Super Weasel Kid. My, how have you grown? Hello, Mr. Shrewd. Hello, well, without further ado, welcome to a grand adventure. Here you can run, jump, and even soar among the clouds. We're all so excited that you're here. Thank you, Mr. Shrewd. We're looking out for you, kid. Okay, so the mouse button jumps. This is clearly supposed to be some, like, Sonic the Hedgehog analog. Okay, I can pop it with the mouse cursor. Okay, I can jump higher if I click the... Whoops. Triple jump. Yep. Yep. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. Admittedly, this controller's... You're wearing me out, kids. Try to stay out of the spike. Sorry, Mr. Shrewd. Oh, I couldn't say bad at you. Hello, Goomba Analog. Hi there, who are you? Oh, young Weasel. Went after my musings. But sorry, fear not. You are the least of my woes. Request? Yes, young weasel. For coins. Bring me 50. And a secret I will reveal. You have 39 right now. Sorry, I just wanted to double check something real quick while I was sitting here. Okay. Okay, now I have 50 of them. Like, I thought I was over here, but maybe I missed it. I've got the coins, young weasel, and I will tell you my secret. Source of truth, happiness, lies within. No, I cannot, huh? I cannot simply spout nonsense as a reward, as I was supposed to. Here's a real secret. This game was built on the ashes of another. Alas, I have said too much. Well, that isn't suspicious at all, now is it? Built on the ashes of the other. If that isn't ominous enough. Just me, or did this expression just start getting sour? Huh. Wait, one more of advice. I know I'm a bother. You're a special kid, but don't let it get to your head. Okay, his expression's gone back to being a little more smiley, so... What's that? No name is as big as Super Weasel Kid for platforming games. The very first best entry into the series. Do not disappoint. Love, Mr. Shrew. Pure childlike joy, like playing Super Weasel Kid, is like being, well, a kid again. Good gamer love VR. Wait a minute. Hake Aloha. Oh, is it pulling off of my Steam list? Is that what that is? Nova's Witness, 10 out of 10. Yeah, there's Hake Aloha again. Yep, it's just pulling people off my list. Oh, hey, Cross. Lion's early work is among his best. Shame the later entries in the series didn't quite match the original Super Weasel Kid. It's pulling up Steam reviews for some reason. Fake Steam reviews, mind you, but... Game is so forgiving in a good way. Who needs a game over screen anyway? Whoops. Oh well, accomplished what I was looking to do anyway. Straightforward platformer. Feel good stories. Love this game. What's the point of the coins? There's a cat. Love SWK. The experience of grabbing coins is its own reward. Not sure he would actually say that normally, but. Oh, okay. One word uplifting. My Steam list isn't very large, so Master Exploder. Can't believe a 12-year-old made this. Lion is a genius. Can't stop coming back. Can't believe my friend Lion made this game. Okay, some of these people are not on my list anymore. I'm not going to read this all, but I think you kind of get the gist of what's going on, at least in theory. That was a sudden shift. Hold on, bear with me for just a moment here. Everything's locked up. Sorry, we're going to need a moment. We'll be right back.